ATLeisure. This is an exclusive. It's an outdoor side table with the built-in planter. It holds up to 44 pounds, outdoor safe, and just a fast way to transform your space with this multifunctional side table. $69.99 is your price. That's a $39 savings from where this started. If you don't know, clearance here at the Q means once it's gone, it is gone forever, no reorder. So if you see anything on clearance that you love, pick it up before it's gone. This will come home to your door for $23.33 if you check off Easy Pay at checkout, M99436, and you have two options, your gray and then your brown. So that's it. Two beautiful options, and I have Melissa Epps Wilding here.
Hi, how are you?
So awesome to see you.
You too.
Thank you for bringing this to us, because what a neat idea. So pretty, so functional. And this is from ATLeisure.
Yep.
Now, if someone at home doesn't know about this brand, could you give us a little background?
So ATLeisure is a leader in outdoor patio spaces. So beautiful furniture. You will know ATLeisure. A lot of our patio umbrellas that we sell out here are ATLeisure. High quality, really beautiful, and on trend. And so what we wanted to do was bring a piece of furniture that's super functional, but also looks really great, because we're always looking for those end tables, places to put things, and this is perfect. And we did it with a bit of a twist, because we added in a little flower pot. So now you can plant your flowers. There is, I'm going to show you on this one because I've got my flowers in there, but this comes out, has your drainage hole that you can kind of just drill right down if you want to have a drainage hole there. You can plant real plants in here. Someone asked me if we want to put ice in here. Maybe we could put some ice in there, and you could throw some, cans of whatever you want, or drinks in there of your choice. But it gives you a way to really dress up a table without taking up too much space.
Yeah, and this holds up to 44 pounds.
Up to 44 pounds. You're getting about 24 inches almost in length, so it's a really nice length. And it's about 14 inches of actual space here when you take away the planter, which is really nice. So if you have a cup of tea, if you have, want to bring your lunch out, you can have your lunch and you can have your drink or your coffee. Lots of places to put things. You have a shelf down here, which is great for your books or maybe a little bit of decor, but it's made out of a resin, so it's all weather safe. So you can leave this outside. These are powder coated steel legs, and also on the bottom, just little things you can actually, it'll come with little knobs so that you can adjust if your patio is a little uneven or your deck's a little uneven, you can make it level as well. So it's a great piece of furniture, and it looks so pretty, and I love the added touch of putting flowers in there too.
That's so nice. I'm just thinking of people who maybe live in a small space and they just have kind of that little outdoor patio. I feel like you get so much for not a lot, taking up not a lot of space.
Totally.
I did want to talk about what happens when you get this home, because I'm wondering if there's any assembly required here.
Yep, there is a little bit of assembly. It's not difficult. I did it myself. So it'll take you can do it by yourself. It'll take about 15 minutes. So you're just going to screw it, and we give you really good instructions. So you're just going to put the legs on, and then these come in single pieces here. So it's just, you're putting them on top of the legs. So it's a really simple assembly, and then you're going to put the place where your flowers go, the little bin, you're just going to push this right in here. And that's about 7 inches wide. So if you're thinking about your pansies or, anything, you can put whatever you want in there. I like succulents in there too. I'm a big succulent person because it's either succulent or faux for me.
Girl, I don't grow it, I faux it, always. So I'm with you on that. I'm thinking of the person that was smart enough to be like, hey, can I put ice in there? Because I'm just thinking, put ice, you could have champagne. This could be your date night at home.
100%.
So cute.
Love the flowers. I love the champagne idea too, because you can do that as well. That does not have the drainage hole. It's really easy. We give you a spot. If you do want to put the drainage hole, you can drill a little drainage hole. So if you do have ice in there, it's not going to drip down. But if you do have your flowers in there, it can drain. But you can see here, and this is what I love about ATLeisure, and this is what's so nice about the resin, is it looks like wood. You have all the graining, so it really looks high quality, looks like wood grain, but it's going to be super durable, and it's going to last. If you leave this outside, it's going to be totally protected with the wind and the snow and the rain or the sun. It's not going to fade.
That's so great. I mean, I'm feeling it, and has those highs and lows that wood would have, so no one would be the wiser. And I wanted to talk about the measurements again, because, for as small as this is, it definitely has a nice presence to it. So even if you live in a smaller space, you could probably get away with it on most porches.
Totally. I think it's perfect size, because it's about 20 inches tall, which is nice, because we're sitting here and you don't want your table A lot of times when you buy an end table, maybe it's too small or, it doesn't have enough space on it, but this is 20 inches. So it's sitting right at our knees, basically. So if you have your drinks on here, or you have your coffee mug on here, or your wine glass on here, your book, everything's right here. So it's a great size. And then it's 24 inches long, and then it's about 14 inches of actual tabletop.
Okay.
Right, and then it's about 20 inches high. So you're getting a lot of space on here, and then same with the bottom. And then this is 7 inches where your planter or your ice bucket is. And then again, this is all powder coated steel, so it's all protected with the elements. This is resin, so this is withstands the elements for fading. So if you want to put this out on your patio, don't worry about it. And then you've got your little flowers. And this is brown. I'll turn that over so you can see all
Most
the wood.
limited, by the way.
It's just so pretty, and I love the wood graining. And it's really hard to go out and find a nice end table for not without spending a ton of money. And it's not that hard to put together. So don't be afraid of that. And then I do love the little feet that allow you to level it, because a lot of times our patios, they're made of rocks or stones or even flagstone. They're not necessarily
It's
level.
like those like little things when you think of ATLeisure, because I know like the umbrellas and all the patio furniture, like they're so thoughtful because they know. They know that not everything's level. They know that we want something that we don't have to rush in the house or in the garage when it starts to rain, right? This is going to withstand the elements. It's a really nice size, and you have that brown or the gray, which I appreciate having a gray option because I think it's so nice. But this is going to be such a quick way to add something really kind of polished to your outdoor space. $69.99 is your clearance price, which if you think about, you go to a big box store and you get furniture. First of all, it's like outrageously expensive, but now you have to like put it in your car and like take it home. Shopping here at the Q, like it gets delivered right to your door. This has minimal assembly required, and like you're ready to go. It's just super easy.
Yep, and I love the shot we just saw. It gives you an idea of the size, because we were saying it's smaller, but if you're on a couch, I'm going to put this over here. If you have it over here, it's the entire length of our couch. And so if you have your flowers on this side, this whole side is for, your coffee or your books or your lunch or whatever you might want to put on it. You can keep towels down there. We saw that too. If you have a pool and you have to keep towels out, you can put those down on the bottom. But it's a really nice size, and it just changes the look of a space. So if you have a couch, I know I have my back deck, it's not a huge deck, but it's a decent size. But I'm always looking for end tables, because I'm always looking for one. I do love flowers. They don't always last that long. But I do. My husband's always like, "Why would you ever bring real flowers home?" I'm like, "Well, because I like them for like the week or so that I can keep them alive."
Girl, I don't even know if mine lasted.
But I do love having flowers out there. But I am a big faux girl, and for as pretty as that look, that is a Bethlehem Lights faux plant that you can just plop in there too. So look how pretty that looks. But you really have function. But whenever you have people over, you need a place to put people's drinks, and you need places to put things. So it's nice to have end tables around your house, especially outdoors as we entertain in the summertime.
Also, I like that shelf at the bottom. Like they didn't have to do that either, but that little addition I think makes it look a little fancier, because now the top could be functional, but maybe at the bottom you have, like we see the bowl down there, like something decorative to kind of pull everything together. So this is an exclusive. You're not going to find this anywhere else but right here at the Q. $69.99 is your clearance price today. That's a $39 savings. Holds up to 44 pounds, outdoor safe, minimal assembly. You're just picking your color at this point, either your brown, which is most limited and most popular at this moment. That's the option you're seeing on your screen.
Well, they had their champagne glasses. They were thinking.
Good for them. They were living their best lives.
They were thinking like you.
I should have lifestyled this with some champagne. And then your gray. It's 5 o'clock here. I don't even have to say 5 o'clock somewhere. 5 o'clock here, so why not?
Next time I'll come with champagne instead of birdhouses.
Okay, you all heard it, guys. And 99436 is your item number. Give us a call, 800-500-7590. Thanks so much.
Melissa.
It was great to see you. All right, coming up in a few minutes from Home Reflection.